Welcome back. Begin in Virasana, or seated meditation, knees together, butt supported with a block. So this class is a morning flow, and per request of one of our viewers requested a strong morning flow to do, like a 20-minute flow just to do in the morning. So we're always listening. If you have some suggestions, recommendations, feel free to post them up and we can start to incorporate some of those in the videos. So this is a morning flow just to get things going. You'll notice in this flow it'll be different, that the vinyasas will be a little bit quicker because ideally this is done in the morning time to get things moving. So start off, interlace your hands and turn your palms to face forward, reach your arms up and overhead. So as the arms reach, you keep the awareness. The more your arms stretch, the more that your rib cage wants to lift. So draw your bottom ribs in and down as the arms stretch. Now twist to your right. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee, right hand behind you. And as you inhale, lengthen up through your spine. Feel your top of your head stack over top of the pelvic floor. As you exhale, turn your chest more. Inhale, come back to center and take the other index finger on top. Turn the palms to face forward and raise the arms up. Start to hug your tricep muscles in. Bring the elbows in and press through the thumb index finger side of the hand. As you exhale, deepen the navel towards the spine and pull it up. Then twist to your left. Bring the right hand to the outside of the knee, left fingertips behind you. Roll your chest open as you inhale. Stay even on the shins. Even though you're twisting, still keep the feeling that the buttock bones feel even on the block. Good. Then from here, come onto your hands and we're going to do forward Virasana. So this is a little bit different than normal Virasana. With the knees together and the feet wide apart, you're going to feel a much different stretch in your hips. So as you sit back, feel the tops of your thighs start to release back. You're not going to be able to stretch as far forward because of the limiting factor of the hips when the knees aren't so wide like we normally do in child's pose, but it's a great stretch. So now inhale, come up onto your hands and your knees, curl your toes under, lift your knees and slowly start to press back to dog pose. So as you hold in dog, press down into your inner hands, lift up on your inner arms, and as you keep a lift on your front body, press those thighs and hip creases, move them back, the same area that you're trying to move back in that forward Virasana. Walk your feet to the front of your mat. Grab a hold of your elbows and fold forward. Take a few breaths here. Breathe into the back of the legs. This is just to get a nice stretch in your spine. Don't worry about the legs going straight. Bring your hands to your hips, press into your feet, and come all the way up to stand. So as you stand in Tadasana, the feet are together. Press into the heels. Take your inner thighs back. Draw your lower belly in and up, and roll your shoulders back as you open your chest. Reach the arms up and overhead. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back into a lunge. Step your left leg back. Bring your right knee so it's right over top of your ankle. And as you start to lower the hips a bit, pull your heart forward. Now push your right big toe mound down and straighten your right leg. Inhale, rebend your right leg, pull your heart forward. Exhale, straighten your right leg and fold forward. Inhale, rebend your right knee, pull your heart forward, lunge. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Just bringing some movement into the legs, trying to warm up the legs, warm up the muscles for the sun salutations. Now rebend your right knee, step your back leg forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring the arms back to your side. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step your right leg back into a lunge. Left knee lines up over the ankle. Squeeze your left hip in. Lift up on your back knee, inner knee, as you pull your heart forward. Try to create more length. Push through the heel. Breathe length. Pull up the belly. Now push your left big toe mound down as you straighten your left leg. Inhale, rebend your left leg, heart forward. Exhale, straighten the leg, pull up through the thigh bone into the hip socket. Inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, straighten. Good, now hold there. Breathe length into the back of the leg. Look forward, bend your knee, step your back leg forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Press into your feet and inhale, come all the way up, stretch the arms up and overhead. Exhale the arms to the side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, plank position. Lower slowly to Chaturanga. Flip your toes back, lie on your belly. Inhale, baby cobra. So now that we brought some mobility into the limbs, into the joints, the hips, the shoulders, we'll start moving through the flow. But first, get some movement in your upper spine. So roll the shoulders back, lift your chest, move your upper spine in, and then come into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, step or jump forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press down into your feet and inhale, come all the way up, reach your arms. Exhale, hands to your sides. So now quick flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees, jump or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to your side. Slow it down a count. Inhale, arms up. 1, 2. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold for a breath. Bend your knees, jump or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press to stand. Inhale, come all the way up, reach your arms, and sit back into chair pose now. Bend the knees. Good. Press to stand, Samasthiti. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, jump or step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot for warrior 1. Turn your back heel and inhale, raise the arms. Exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot, warrior 1. Inhale, reach up with the arms, press evenly through your feet, left hip squeezes in. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, stretch your toes, lift on your inner thighs, but lift your belly and your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold in your dog, breathe steady in and out through your nose. Look in between your hands and bend your knees, jump or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Press to stand, Samasthiti. Again, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Step your right leg, warrior 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Vira 1, step your left foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold in down dog. Steady your breath. So a lot to build heat in the body. Feel all that heat, the energy building in the body. Steady it out with the breath. Now from there, step your right foot right in the middle of your hand. Spin your back heel flat onto the mat. Squeeze your right hip in and open up into warrior two. So the feet are aligned heel to arch. Press the right knee open and squeeze the right hip in. As you squeeze your right hip in so that it lines up, your right center ankle, center knee, and center hip are lined up. Turn your chest to the left and broaden through the reach of your arms. Keep a press on your back heel, lift your belly and your sternum, bend your right leg a little bit deeper. Now place your right hand on the outside of your foot, fingertips on the floor or on the block, and take your left arm, reach it all the way overhead. Be even on the center of your right heel. Pull your outer right leg into the hip socket and squeeze your outer right hip in, and push your left thigh back as you squeeze your hip in. Now lengthen, move your side chest off of your hips, lift the side chest and stretch the arm, but make sure that you're not back bending. Draw your middle in, push through your heel. Take your left arm back up, come back up to warrior two, inhale. Exhale, circle your hands to the mat, and step back to plank pose. Press straight back to down dog. From down dog, shift into plank, pull your left knee up, step your left foot in between your hands. Spin the back heel flat, squeeze your left hip in, and come up for warrior two. So again, in warrior two, feet heel to arch, the back foot's angled in a bit. And as you push strong into your back heel, lift your lower belly, lift your chest, spread your arms, bend the left leg towards 90 degrees. Now bend the leg a little bit deeper and put your hand on the outside of your foot on the block or fingertips on the floor. Press your knee up against your arm. Take your right arm all the way overhead. So your back inner leg, from the inner arch of the foot all the way up to your groin, the inner seam, lift it away from the floor. As you bring the inner left knee further forward, you bend the left leg a little deeper. But keep that lift so you feel more of a stretch in your hips. Take your right arm back up. Press into your feet, come back up to warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, circle your hands to the mat, and step back to plank pose. Shift forward, lower slow to chaturanga, lift straight back up, press back to down dog. Now step your right foot in the middle of your hands, position the back heel, come up for warrior two again. Inhale. Straighten the right leg, reach out for triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. Use the block again, or put your hand on your shin or your ankle. Open your chest, spread your arms. So same action, squeeze the right hip in and move the left thigh bone back. Remember, it's not a back bend, so you should feel length through all four sides of your waist. Spread your chest through the reach of your arms. Put your left hand on your hip, bend your right knee, put your right hand a foot in front of your pinky toe and step up to balance on your right leg. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So once you start to get steady, then take your left arm up. That hip squeeze on your right hip is going to help you to open. So press even into your right foot, big toe, little toe mound, and center heel. Squeeze your right outer hip in, and then start to open up. Bend your legs, step back into triangle pose. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, press into your feet. Inhale, come back up. Now parallel your feet. Turn your legs to the other side. We're going to do triangle pose on the other side. So first bend the knee, warrior two. Then straighten your left leg, take triangle pose. Good. So in triangle pose, turn on your left outer hip, squeeze it in as you move your right thigh back. Press down evenly into your feet. Lift up your belly and open your chest. Bend your left leg. Put your left hand a foot in front of your foot in line with your pinky toe. Squeeze your outer left hip in and then start to open up. But be even on all three points of your left foot. Notice where your weight is on your foot. Really important. It's the foundation of your pose. Try to lift your back leg up so it matches the line of your spine, the angle of your torso. Maybe start to turn your gaze towards up if you're steady. Bend your left leg. And as smooth as you can, step back into triangle pose, open up. Good, press into your feet, inhale, come back up. Now turn your left toes in so your feet are parallel. Interlace your hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back and inhale. Exhale, fold forward in between your legs. Prasarita Padottanasana C. So as you fold forward, lift up through your inner and outer arches. Push down into your big toe, little toe mound, and center heel. Lift up through the arches. Spin the upper inner thighs back, but then squeeze in with the outer hips and fold a little bit deeper. Press into your feet. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands into reverse prayer, or just press your knuckles together in your upper back. Roll your shoulders back. Now turn to the right for Parsvottanasana. Turn the left leg in a little more than halfway. Turn the right leg all the way out. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward halfway. Now as you start to go into the full pose, keep the length in your upper spine. Your hands stay in your upper back so they remind your upper spine to lengthen as you fold. Push your right big toe mound down. Pull up on your outer right hip. Bring your chin to your shin. Press into your feet and come back up. Inhale. Turn to the other side. Turn the left leg all the way out. Right leg in. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, fold forward halfway at first to get the length. Shoulder tips lift. Then exhale, fold all the way. Navel in, chin to shin. Feel your feet rolling like you want to roll from like inner and outer edge. So press into the inner front foot. Press into the outer back heel for stability. Squeeze with the outer hips. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come back up. Turn yourself all the way to face forward and step your back leg forward. Release your arms. Now take your strap. If you have a yoga strap, if you don't have one, you could use a shirt or a towel, whatever you have handy. So from here, bring your right knee up to your chest and stand in Tadasana. Maintain Tadasana as you take the strap across your right foot. Right hand holds the strap, left hand to your hip. Push your left heel down, move your left thigh back, and lift your side chest. Stand tall, breathe even through your nose. Now change hands and twist. Without twisting your hips, turn your ribs in your chest. So the hips stay straight ahead. Your right hip is going to try to twist back. Keep it forward in line with the left. Again, press into the left heel. Move the inner right thigh back. And as you lift up your low abs, turn, revolve your chest. Look back at the front wall, take your arms up. Turn back, reach. Now come right into eagle. Bend your left leg. Wrap your right leg around and cross your right arm under. Hold here, Garudasana. Adduct the legs, start to squeeze in. Feel the more you squeeze in, your core muscles turn on. Good, now release, stand in mountain pose. Other side. Bring your left knee up to your chest. Stand tall. Then take the strap across your foot. Left hand holds the strap, right hand on your hip. So when you're in this position, your hips are going to want to move way forward in front of your right ankle. Instead, take your right thigh back so the hips stack over your ankle and stand tall as if your back was against the wall. Breathe steady. The chest is open. Now change hands, and without turning your hips, turn your ribs and your chest to the left. Take the left arm behind you. Again, push down into that center right heel. Move your inner right thigh back. And now as you lift up in your middle, revolve the chest. Lift up through the pelvic floor. Draw the navel in and up. Turn your ribs, chest. Look back or look forward. Take your arms up. Take the left leg straight out. Keep it up. Right into eagle. Bend the right leg. Wrap the left leg around and cross the left arm under. Squeeze in with your legs and draw your middle in and up. Take the elbows forward and up. Feel the breath start to steady. Uncross your legs, arms to your side. Samastiti. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. All right, now let's practice handstand. So move yourself close to a wall and start with just working on standing splits, or if you're already working on handstand, you can go ahead and do your handstands. A little too little time to explain, but either work on standing splits, lifting the left leg up from the inner thigh, or do some kicks into handstand. Been a while since I did a handstand. I had that broken arm, so I'm just trying to find the handstand again. All right. Now lower your legs, step back to plank pose. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Jump to the front of your mat and practice your standing splits with the right leg up, or work on your handstand. So your call. You can bring your left hand to the back of the ankle and work on your standing splits like shown, or with the hands down, go ahead and work on kicking up into your handstand. If you don't know how to do handstand, there's the handstand video. You can watch that one. All right, step back into plank position. Take a vinyasa, or just press straight back to dog. All right, from dog pose, step your right foot close to your right thumb. Put your left hand down, turn your chest and take your right arm up. Keep the left thigh bone lifting, push through your left heel, find length as you twist. Try not to let your right hip swing to the side, squeeze your right hip in. Then lower your back knee to the floor, bring your right hand down, and slide your knee back a bit. Turn your chest and reach back with your right hand to grab your foot or your ankle. If it tweaks your knee or your back, you don't have the mobility to grab your foot, that's okay. Just stay in the lunge with your hands down, both hands down. Work on stretching the front of your left hip. Now release that foot. Step into plank pose. Take a vinyasa or press straight to dog. From dog pose, step your left foot to your left thumb. Come into the lunge. Turn your chest without turning your hips and take your left arm up. Keep a lift on your back and your knee. Push through your back heel. It's strong like it's pushing into a wall. Squeeze the left hip in. And as you draw the lowest part of your abdomen in and up, turn your ribs in your chest. Bring your hand back down, lower your knee. Then bend the knee and see if you can reach back for your foot or your ankle. Release the foot ankle, put the hands down, step back to plank pose. Take a vinyasa. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Just lie on your belly. All right, so from here, use the strap again. Take the hands shoulder width apart. Now pull out, start to turn the triceps and come into Shalabhasana. Legs lift up an inch up off the mat. Turn the knees in towards each other. Now lift your belly and see if you could bend the knees and reach back for the ankles. As you hold your ankles, start to lift the big toes up towards the sky and then press your shins back towards the wall behind you to help open your chest more. Let your upper spine start to coil in, but don't let your low belly drop onto the mat. Keep it pulling in and up. Turn the inner thighs, move your buttocks towards the backs of your knees. Keep stretching. Good, now stay up, stretch the legs back. Put the hands next to your side ribs and press into up dog. Glide back, downward facing dog. From down dog, jump to seated, and lie on your back. Come into bridge pose. Press your heels down, lift your outer hips. Interlace the hands or grab a hold of the sides of the sticky mat. As you push down into your inner feet, lift your outer hips. So if you'd like to do Urdhva Dhanurasana right now, go ahead and do Urdhva Dhanurasana. That's upward facing bow or wheel pose. That's the back bend on the hands and the feet. Otherwise, just stay here for a few more breaths working on your bridge. Lower yourself back down. Take a breath. And we'll go up one more time. Bridge or Urdhva Dhanurasana. Whichever one you do, it's the same actions in the legs. Press the inner feet, lift on the outer hips, and pretend like you could, with your ab muscles, like you could pull your front hip bones in towards each other. And now roll the chest open. Lower yourself back down. Gently hug your knees into your chest. Lift your head up to your knees. Turn on your belly. Squeeze down on your armpits and take your arms forward. The neck is long. Send your left leg forward. Take your right leg straight up. Bring your right hand behind your head, left hand to the outside of your ankle. Reach up and over. Come back to center and lower your right leg to meet your left. Keep your belly drawing in. Bend the left knee and then take it straight up. Put your left hand behind your head and bring the right hand towards the outside of the right ankle. Turn the fronts of your thighs in towards each other. Legs as straight as they can go, sacrum even on the floor. Then come back to center and put the hands behind your head, Ardha Navasana. Hug your right knee into your chest, lower down, and twist. Take your knee over to the left, right arm out to the side. Let your back release in this twist. Bring the knee back to center and change sides. Hug the left knee in, twist. Bring the knee back to center. Hug your knees in. Roll up to seated. And from here, let's come into single leg pigeon pose. So the right shin rests towards the front of your mat. The right thigh turns out. And start to slide your left leg back. Turn the left inner thigh up. So if this pose is no good for your knee, and I'm just working the upright variation, starting to slide the hands forward, but if you feel a lot of pressure on your right knee, you could do ankle to knee pose instead, lie on your back and cross your ankle over your knee. Otherwise, just going to stay here for about 5 more breaths. Then change legs. The left shin rests towards the front of the mat. The heel is angled towards the hip a bit. I turn the right inner thigh up. Now it's not just sinking. Remember, yoga is like a balance of opposite actions. So I'm creating a lift up through the pelvic floor. I'm lifting up through the spine, but then I'm letting the hips melt deeper towards the floor. The hands can start to walk forward a bit, or you can stay totally upright, wherever helps you to feel the best stretch in your hip. I was feeling it today with my hands in this position. So based on what you've been doing with your body, you might feel it in different places. It's okay. So you can feel the practice starting to slow down. From here, make your way into Dandasana. Sit with your legs stretched out in front of you. Raise your arms up overhead as you inhale. As you exhale, reach for your feet. Paschimottanasana, seated forward stretch. Inhale, come back up to seated. Exhale, one bone at a time. See if you can lower down slow. One vertebra at a time. Lower all the way down onto your back. Stretch your legs out. Now adjust. Adjust the shoulder blades down the back, the buttocks out of your lower back. Turn the palms up and let your feet splay open. Let your body drop into the mat. Let go completely. Let all the muscles relax. Allow yourself to receive the benefits of your practice. So make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. That's what keeps us going, subscribers. And also we've added a donation button. Some people have been asking lately through email if there's a way where they can help support the channel. So you could donate if you feel like you'd like to support the channel. That'd be great. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Namaste.